Sexual union is about spiraling together. And the first step to sexual union is to first be in sexual union with yourself. And being in sexual union with yourself means that you have all your upper centers and your lower centers in harmony, merging with each other. Your body and your soul are perfectly married to one another. Then once you become fully married with yourself, you're living in the bliss of your body. The bliss in your body is fully activated. You've completed one octave. And you're able to play within that full octave, right? And at that point, you're at a place where, you play along with this complete octave of your sexual bliss. You have all these sensations opened up to you. You're rolling on along, painting pictures, making sounds and harmonies with all these sensations and vibrations that, you've activated. You know yourself in a certain way. And then you kind of hit a place where you're bored of playing with the same color palette. You want to evolve more, and you want more things. You want more combinations. You've made all the combinations you could make with your own palette. So now you're ready to play the game on a bigger level, and you're starting to get more sophisticated. So, because you're in a physical body and you've exhausted your octave, and of course you can go infinite octaves above, you can go infinite octaves below, but, some of us make the choice to merge with another body who has their own flavor and their own complete octave. But this choice to merge with another being is mainly to multiply your options. It's mainly to open up. What is evolution? Evolution is the opening of opportunities. Options, choices, opportunities that were not available to you on one level. Once you evolve, those options will become available to you, right? It's evolution is expansion of choice, is all it is. So you want to expand your choices by merging your octaves with another in this thing called sexual union. But the way the sexual union happens is very much the same exact way that you activated your own LumenOctave. Your own octave within the body. You started with merging your soul with the crown frequencies. You got to know what your life's purpose was. So now that you're merging with another, the first place you want to meet is there. You want to merge and see what your life purpose is together. Then you want to see if you merge, if you have alignment with your pineal gland. You want to see if you're able to see eye to eye on things. If the way that you're interpreting how you pursue that purpose, the way that you're going about decoding this is, people call it mental harmony, mental alignment, because you have to think alike in a certain way. You have to have a certain harmonization in the way that your mind works. Your level of intelligence has to be on a certain level. If one person is highly intelligent and the other person is not, their pineal gland is not functioning on the same level, you need to stop there and you need to work on either achieving that alignment or you need to decide that this is not going to be, a good potential fit for me, and you need to move on. Then you move to the next, level, and you see, how your physical energy is together. Are you both active? Are you both wanting to live an active lifestyle? Is one person happier being more sedentary? Because people have different levels of energy, which is their natural state. So you need to figure out whether your, natural physical state, the state of your physical energy, is compatible, because you don't want to end up in a place where you end up in a relationship with one person, and this has happened to me, is super athletic, super active, out there every day, and then you have no, you're not spending any time together. And what you want to do is activities that require, maybe they're physical, but they don't require as much physical assertion. It's just not your natural state and it's not enjoyable for you. It's not in your bliss instinct to do those kinds of activities. So there's the alignment that's happening at that level. And then you're figuring out whether the two of you can communicate. Can you really talk about your deepest and your most intimate desires? Can you really talk about these issues with one another? Can you get to an agreement on things? Do you truly understand each other? Do you have a degree of psychic, empathic connection with each other, where you feel like you understand each other and communicate with each other beyond what is basic? And then you go to the thymus gland, and you see, do you love each other? Do you feel like this? And what is this love? Do you feel this friendship with this person? Do you love him as a friend? Do you love her as a friend? Do you feel that your partner is someone that you enjoy spending time with? Do you enjoy having activities that you are just looking forward to, just being with them? Are you laughing? Are you just great friends together? If you are not meeting on this level, don't move forward. This is not an octave palette that you should be merging with. At any of these levels, if you're failing, do not move forward, because it will come back to bite you. If there is a gap there, if there is an emptiness, if there's a hole, you will trip over at some point in your relationship. So it's important to work on each of these levels before you move on to the next thing. Next, you want to see whether together you're powerful in this world. Does your power become greater as a result of merging with this being? Or does it diminish your power? This is where a lot of relationships fail. This is a lot of people make compromises in this area. This is the first indication of whether you are going to make it in the physical world, if you expand each other's power. If you realize that you're making each other better, you're making each other be more of who they are, and together you're creating more power, more mobilization, more dynamism, more activity in the world as a couple, yes, great, nicely done. You may have to work on it to really turn on the lights in certain areas. You may need to negotiate. You may need to point out things, because your vision from your octave will be able to see things within them, and their vision from their octaves at this point, they can see things within you. So at this point, you're helping each other. And you can spend time tweaking and fixing and making sure that you've made, because by now it's worth making the effort, right? you're going into the womb prostate area and you're figuring out whether you make each other more beautiful. Are you bringing out more beauty? Are you bringing out more community? Are you together? Are you generating, a vibration of family, community, beauty, bliss? Are you creating harmony in your external environment? Are you, how are your friends together? Do you have harmony with your friends? Are you a kind of couple that feels like in order to be together, you need to isolate yourself because you have too much insecurity? Maybe the other person has way too much insecurity. They can't deal with you being with around friends, and that's a major orange level issue. And it cripples you, in social setting because your partner may have an orange issue. So beauty, happiness, friendliness with your team, with your co-workers, with your tribe. Very important. How do you get along with your tribe? How do you get along with your community, your family? It's very important. So there's that. Finally, you're at a place where you are merging your physical bodies. How do you get along when your deepest bliss instinct physically touches their bliss instinct? Your full octave comes together when you touch your bliss in a sexual way, in a physical way, with your red region, with each other. And when this happens, you've exponentially evolved, and by that, exponentially expanded your choices, the combinations, your potential has magnified. Let us call in such a lover who can meet us in our completeness. I reserve my full octave connection of all of my 8 centers for my divine partner. Only. I strive for all of my inner circle, friends, tribe, and community members to be 7 chakra connections. I give myself the gift of deep, intimate, and fulfilling soul level connections.